It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. Epictetus. You wake up at 6:30 a.m., turn off the alarm, and before your eyes even fully adjust to the morning light, a familiar feeling hits you. It's that quiet, nagging realization that today will look almost identical to yesterday. You will sit in traffic, walk into a building, slide into your cubicle, log into a portal, and begin moving tasks from left to right. Have you ever looked at your daily routine, the spreadsheets, the endless email threads, the repetitive report updates, and wondered if you're just carrying a giant boulder up a hill, only to watch it roll right back down at 5 p.m.? We have all been there. We've all sat at a desk, surrounded by gray partition walls, staring at a blinking cursor, wondering whether our daily efforts actually mean anything or if we're just repeating the same cycle forever. In ancient Greek mythology, there is a story about a man named Sisyphus. The gods condemned him to roll an enormous boulder up a steep mountain. Every single time he reached the very top, the weight of the stone took over, and it rolled all the way back down to the bottom. His eternal punishment was to repeat this exact action endlessly, with no final resolution. When philosopher Albert Camus looked at this myth, he didn't just see an old legend. He saw the modern workplace. He saw the 9-to-5 grind long before modern cubicles were ever designed. I remember sitting in my own workspace years ago, staring at a pile of work, realizing that no matter how much I accomplished today, there would be more waiting tomorrow. The boulder never stays at the top of the hill. The moment you clear your desk, the next day brings a fresh stack of paper. We often look at this pattern and assume something is wrong with us or that we are trapped in a meaningless system. But what if the story of Sisyphus isn't a warning about defeat? What if it's actually a framework for finding purpose right where you are? We can explore this exact connection together, break down why the 9-to-5 feels so heavy, and discover how shifting your perspective changes the entire experience. You don't have to change your job today to completely change how you experience your work. To solve a problem, we first need absolute clarity on what we are dealing with. Why does the modern corporate structure feel so much like Sisyphus's hill? In a traditional 9-to-5 environment, tasks are designed to be cyclical. Project management frameworks, quarterly goals, weekly syncs, and daily stand-ups are engineered to keep the machine running continuously. By definition, work in a modern business never truly finishes. A successful product launch doesn't mean you stop working. It means you immediately transition to version 2.0. A closed sales target doesn't bring rest. It resets the counter to 0 for the next quarter. When we view this constant cycle through a negative lens, it feels exhausting. We start to view our day-to-day tasks as meaningless labor. We begin to feel like faceless workers pushing heavy items up a hill just to survive. When I first analyzed this corporate pattern in my own career, I noticed that the frustration rarely comes from the actual effort required. Human beings are built to work, create, and solve complex problems. The frustration comes from the feeling of zero permanence, the idea that despite all our effort, nothing remains permanently finished. We often share this exact struggle with our peers. We talk about burnout, corporate fatigue, and the feeling of being stuck in a loop. We sit in break rooms or jump on private chats complaining about the exact same repetitive tasks. However, Albert Camus offered a radical conclusion at the end of his famous essay. He wrote, "One must imagine Sisyphus happy. At first glance, that sounds absurd. How could someone bound to endless repetitive labor be happy?" Camus argued that Sisyphus becomes powerful the moment he accepts his condition and chooses his own mental state during the journey. The boulder only controls you if you let its endless nature determine your self-worth. We can apply this exact mindset to the modern cubicle. The daily tasks, the emails, the reports, the administrative updates are just the boulder. They are neutral elements of the modern world. They do not define who you are, nor do they dictate your internal growth unless you give them total power over your mind. Let's pause for a moment. If you like this video so far, please click subscribe down below. That would really help grow this channel. Now let's continue. Once you understand the structure of the hill, the next step is content, specifically the substance of what you choose to build while pushing that boulder. If the boulder itself will never stay at the top of the mountain permanently, then the outcome cannot be your only source of satisfaction. If you rely entirely on reaching the top, Whether that's a promotion, a performance review, or the end of a project for your happiness, you will always be disappointed because the boulder will inevitably roll back down. Instead, the focus must shift from the outcome to the execution. When I started applying this principle in my own life, I stopped measuring my daily worth by whether my task list was completely empty. I knew it wouldn't be. Instead, I started measuring my worth by the skill, focus, and discipline I brought to the process. I focused on mastering the mechanics of pushing the stone rather than obsessing over the summit. We can all make this transition by treating the cubicle not as a cage, but as an arena for skill acquisition. Think about what happens while you are pushing that stone up the hill. You're building resilience. You are learning how to communicate effectively under pressure. You are mastering time management and strategic problem solving. You are developing systems that streamline complex tasks. These skills belong to you, not to the company, not to the cubicle, and not to the boulder. The stone is merely the weight you use to build strength. We often forget that every expert, creator, and leader spent years doing repetitive, behind-the-scenes work before achieving mastery. They didn't avoid the repetitive loop. They used the repetitive loop to refine their craftsman spirit. When we change our mindset from, I have to do this boring task, to I am using this task to sharpen my capabilities, the nature of the work changes instantly. The cubicle stops being a place of endless punishment and becomes a gym for your personal development. Now let's talk about ownership and community. In any structured workplace, it's easy to feel isolated, like an interchangeable part in a massive mechanical system. But you are not just a worker pushing a rock, you are the driver of your own life and career. To thrive in a 9-to-5 environment, you must build your own personal value system inside the larger organization. This means establishing clarity on your personal mission, your values, and how you choose to show up every day. In my journey, I discovered that true authority and confidence on any path don't come from your title. They come from how you treat the people around you and how consistently you deliver real value. When you are sitting in your workspace, look at the people around you, your colleagues, your team, your clients. They are fighting the exact same mental battles with their own boulders. We can transform our work environment by shifting our focus outward. Instead of viewing your day as a solo struggle up a steep hill, start viewing it as a shared journey. How can you make a complex process easier for your teammate? How can you bring clarity to a confusing project? How can you serve as a grounding force when chaos hits the department? When you focus on serving others and creating genuine value, your daily work takes on a whole new dimension. You are no longer just completing tasks, you are building trust, authority, and meaningful relationships. This is where true professional confidence develops. Confidence doesn't come from having an easy job or a task that vanishes when you finish it. Confidence comes from knowing that no matter how steep the hill gets, you have the skills, the mindset, and the resilience to navigate it with grace. You begin to realize that the cubicle walls only hold you back if you let them define the limits of your mind. Outside of those physical boundaries, you are constantly growing, adapting, and preparing for whatever comes next. As we bring these ideas together, it's time to look directly at your personal roadmap moving forward. The myth of Sisyphus in a 9-to-5 cubicle is not a tragedy unless you choose to view it that way. The repetitive nature of daily work is a universal human reality. Whether you are an employee in a corporate office, an independent entrepreneur managing operations, or a creator building something from scratch, you will always have boulders to push. The magic happens when you realize that you own the narrative. You are not a victim of the hill. You are the author of your response to it. We have explored how shifting from outcome dependency to skill mastery changes your energy. We have seen how supporting others turns a lonely climb into a collaborative experience. And we have established that your personal growth is something no workplace routine can ever take away from you. Now, the choice sits entirely with you. Tomorrow morning, when that alarm goes off and you sit down at your workspace, look at your tasks with a completely different lens. See the emails, the spreadsheets, and the reports for what they truly are. Tools for your growth, tests of your discipline, and opportunities to build real-world capability. Don't wait for the corporate environment to change before you decide to engage fully. Don't wait for the boulder to magically disappear from the bottom of the mountain. Acknowledge the weight of the stone, take a deep breath, Place your hands on it and start pushing with intention, mastery, and pride. You have full control over your attitude, your growth, and your focus. It's time for you to take ownership of your daily journey, own your place in the arena, and write your own story of success right where you are. So, as you look at your own boulder today, ask yourself, what is one small shift in mindset or skill you can focus on right now to take back control of your day? If this perspective resonated with you, hit the like button and share your thoughts in the comments below. I'd love to hear how you navigate your daily grind. Thank you so much for watching, and don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications for more deep dives into mindset, productivity, and modern philosophy. I'll see you in the next video.